Hi, welcome to an episode of Drunk Sundays. Well, Drunk Saturdays, Drunk Halloween, although technically it's not actually Halloween night for us. We're a few days in the past. So we thought today we'd do something different. We thought we'd play some spooky games, talk about some spooky shit while we're on camera. We've got our costumes. Harriet, what's your costume?
Well, I meant to be a slicer bunny from BioShock, but unfortunately my background is killing my ears. So that's me. What are you meant to be?
I just went for a clairvoyant. I wanted something that would partially cover my face, because I thought I'd maybe do a favour to the viewers, so I'm partially covered. So I decided to go as a clairvoyant / whatever else this could be. Maybe not a witch.
I was going to say like a promiscuous little fortune teller.
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a fortune teller. So, with it being a Halloween special, obviously we're going to play some games. Obviously we're going to be having a few drinks. What are you drinking?
Well, I've got some of my homebrewed gin, so I'm probably just going to drink that. Maybe just down the whole bottle.
Very nice.
What about you? What have you got? You got anything good?
Truly.
You've got an invisible drink.
Although in hindsight, I didn't really figure out the best way to actually drink with this mask on. I kind of feel like I have to do a little bit of the...
I mean, although I would have loved to have continued wearing my bunny ears, it doesn't really work for drinking when you've got something squashing down your nose, because you've got to lift it up anyway to have a sip of your drink, so...
It's a hard life. It's such a hard life. Well, we did say when we came up with the idea to do like a Drunk Sundays that ended up falling on a Saturday, that we would try and make it spooky. So I thought I'd share with you a little story about time I went ghost hunting. I don't think I've told you this story before. It's less about ghost hunting as it is about a very funny woman.
Oh, well, I like funny women.
Yeah, this woman, she is fucking funny. So basically, I did a voiceover for a speed build I did earlier this week where I was talking about a lot about like the village where we went to school.
Oh.
And like how old it was and all the like ghost stories and folklore and shit related to it. And so they had a ghost hunt in, the Old Lamb Hotel.
Yes.
So apparently that's meant to be like a breeding ground for ghosts. They really love the Old Lamb Hotel. So I went to a ghost hunt there. I reckon it was probably about 2 years ago now. I went there with my mum, my aunt, and my nan. And I don't really believe in ghosts, but I'm not going to be a dick about it. Like they do. So I was like, this would be a nice chance to spend some quality time with the family. Let's go ghost hunting. So we get to this hotel. I've been on quite a few ghost hunts, so most of them are all right. But this one, like, by far the best part of this ghost hunt was the woman leading it. She was top-notch joker. So we get there, and we're all standing in the lobby. There's like, I don't know, I guess maybe like 30 people. So then this woman comes out, and then her little team are there. They're showing us all of our equipment, which is a torch, a radio device, and a pendulum.
Pendulum. Obviously the pendulum is most important.
Yeah, everything we need to find this ghost. And so the woman was like, she was, I think she was from like the West Country, because her accent was really prominent and it made it really difficult to take anything she was saying seriously. So we're all like chatting. She stands up on like the little stage thing in the lobby and she's like, "Excuse me, everyone, if I can have your attention, please." She was like, "We're here on this ghost hunt this evening, on the hunt to find Dick Turpin, otherwise known as the Highwayman." And she was like, "So tonight we will see some ghosts, and they will touch you." And
okay, sure.
I think everyone's kind of struggling to take her seriously, and she's like, "But if you don't want them to touch you, just let me know, and I'll have a word." Because obviously she's, really in touch.
Obviously, yeah. She's connected to them. She can put them on a leash and be like, "No, you stop that."
Yeah, exactly. She's the ghost queen. She can communicate with them. So straight away I was like, this woman, she is life. So we get split into like 3 groups, and we each get taken by a different leader. Thankfully, we had her. I think her name was Shirley. We had Shirley. So she's like walking us round. Our first stop is the kitchen. And she gets out her little radio, and she's like, this kitchen is known for a ghost. She's got a little story, because you have to have a story. If you don't have a story, it doesn't work. So she was like, this kitchen is known by a middle-aged ghost called Elizabeth. Of course, her name's Elizabeth. She's like, her husband left her, and so she took her own life. And legend has it that she walks these halls. So then she says, we're going to try and communicate with Elizabeth. And she gets her little radio out, and she's like, Elizabeth, are you there? Silence. She's like, Liz, come have a chat to us, will you, love? Complete silence. And then she's like, after all this time of not having any communication or anything, she's like, I'm not surprised Liz isn't saying anything, because she is quite shy. So she's actually notorious for touching people's arms. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn all of the lights off, and we're just going to stand in complete silence. And if anyone feels any cold chills on their arms, you just let me know, because that'd be Liz. So this room of fucking 10 people are just in complete darkness, in complete silence. And of course, obviously, someone is going to be like, oh, it's my aunt. Of course it fucking is. She's like, oh, I just got a chill at my arm. And this woman's like, yeah, that'd be Liz. That'd be Liz on your arm. So I think she kind of counted that as a success. So she was like, let's move on. So then we go into one of the hotel rooms, and it's apparently the room where Dick Turpin stayed. And we're all like sat on the bed, and thinking, what's next? So again, she gets her radio out. She's like, Dick, are you there, my love? Dick? I'm trying so hard to take this seriously, man. She's like, Dick.
Every time you do her accent, I just envision her like standing up on a hay bale, and the scene is set with like tractors and pumpkins.
It was all the more funny because she was dead serious. She wasn't taking a piss. She was dead serious, and she was like, Dick, my love, come say hello to these nice people over here. Nothing. And then, like, after a while, because we were standing there in silence for a long time waiting for something to come through on this radio, it must have picked up some, like, cross signal from the actual radio, because it started, like, playing a very fuzzy, faded version of Take On Me. And then she was like, oh, he's singing us a little song, look. Or he's playing us some spooky music. Someone in the background was like, I'm pretty sure that's just Aha. She just twitched it off straight away, didn't address it. And then the last part was, she was like, this place is notorious for sightings for Dick Turpin. He turns up here all the time. This is the room that he stayed in, all right? So we're going to do a little experiment using the mirror. She explains that this experiment is basically, you go up to a mirror, you turn the lights off, you hold a torch under your chin, and apparently Dick Turpin comes through.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say his name 3 times or something, you know, like the traditional.
No, this isn't child's play. This is serious.
No, this is serious.
This is serious stuff. This place was fucking haunted, right? It's serious. So we're standing at the mirror, and she's like, right, I'm going to need a volunteer. Bit of silence, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. My mum grabs my arm. Carla, no! Like, it's okay, mum. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. So then I'm standing at this mirror, and she's like, be careful. And I'm like, okay. Hold the torch under your chin, look. So I'm staring at this mirror. I've got like 10 people zoomed in, like staring at my face in this mirror, waiting for something to happen. And then obviously, as time goes by, because it's dark, and you're holding a light under your face, everyone with a mouth has lines here, and so they start to go like dark because of shadows.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, oh, I see him. There he is, look. You look close, you see his beard. There's his beard. And then someone was like, I didn't think he had a beard. And she was like, oh yeah, handlebar mustache. There it is. just like...
You gotta work with what you got.
Oh, it was ridiculous. And then she told me that I wasn't the best person to use because I was too young. She was like, I think we better use someone else. I think he'll come through stronger on someone else. I know what she was playing at. She wanted to use someone who had like forehead wrinkles so that like they had more shadows on their face so that it would be easier to make out some fucking 40-year-old 1700s man. Anyway, we get done, no evidence of anything. She deems it as a success. She was like, I think that went really well. I think we've had a lot of activity tonight. You guys are lucky because my last group, we didn't have piddly. And I'm thinking, we didn't have piddly either. So then we close off the whole ceremony by going out into the, what's it called? Like, not garden. What are the things that hotels call garden?
The courtyard or...
We went out to the courtyard. Stood in a massive circle, held hands.
Yeah.
To give us the
small sacrifice.
She just wanted to cleanse us to make sure we weren't going to get possessed after we left.
She grabbed a chicken, doused you all, and everything was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was an experience. And the thing is, I really don't want to shit on people. Like, I get people that believe in ghosts. All my family do. I'm probably the only one that doesn't, and I say I don't, but if I hear a noise, I'd fucking shit myself. So I'm not shitting on, people that do ghost hunts. I'm just shitting on Shirley, because she is such a scam artist. I mean, good on her. Clever. Should have gone to acting school, but
yeah,
it wasn't the best experience I had.
It didn't sound that bad. I mean, she was just trying to give you atmosphere, and she was trying to work with what she had, and what she had was a West Country accent and a lady with not enough wrinkles.
It was a laugh. Oh, shut up. It was a laugh. My favourite thing was my aunt, because she would, like, at random points just, like, nudge me and be like, oh, someone just touched my bum. I'd be like, oh, did they? Oh, yeah, I think it was the ghost. I think a ghost just pinched my bum.
Oh, goodness, I'm flirting. Oh.
I promise you, if you go on a ghost hunt, there's always one. There is always one that's like, oh my God, someone just touched my boob.
I've not been on a ghost hunt, but I've been on like a ghost walking tour when I went to Edinburgh, and we didn't have the fun equipment. We didn't have any pendulums or dowsing rods or radioactive meters or anything like that, unfortunately.
Oh,
we just had a nice walk around Edinburgh, and this guy was just like, yeah, that pub over there, a lot of people died there. If you go there after 8 o'clock and you have some dinner, you can stay, and when it's closing, all the ghosts come out, because the ghosts like to stay after hours because it's much quieter and it's more appealing to their spiritual energy. I was like, sure. And this guy just kept like, he was like, oh, people think I'm pretty sexy. And I was like, I mean, I can't really tell. You're wearing theatrical makeup. You've got hair down to your ankles because you're pretending to be like some Victorian street urchin that's managed to hit puberty.
I will say, just to, off balance me taking the piss, I have been on ghost hunts. I won't go into it because I can't really remember all of it, but I have been on ghost hunts where I've genuinely, like, it's even made me question, like, do I really not believe in ghosts? If I don't, why am I shitting myself right now? Why are my legs wet with piss? I really don't believe in ghosts. Why did I just piss myself right there and there?
Those most haunted programs you watch on the TV.
Oh, they are the worst.
I know. But I remember watching one, and I literally was just like, I was dog sitting someone's dogs, and I was at their house by myself. It was really dark. It was really late, and I was like, I know what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the UK's Most Haunted because I'm a fucking hard ass and I'm not scared of nothing. So I switched it on, and I was like, this is fine. This is all bullshit, because it's the ones where they walk around and go, is anybody there? Just knock twice. Knock twice if you're there. Did you hear that? Just that. Footsteps. I was like, no, and then the next one came on, and straight into it, the ghost launched a chair over a balcony and almost like threw it into the manager of this pub. And I was like, well, that one seems a bit more real, because I don't think they would allow that usually, would they? But it was the frantic running upstairs like, where is it? Where's the ghost? I do like watching them though, just more for the theatrical ridiculousness than, yeah.
Yeah, that's my ghost story anyway.
Well,
Last time I spoke to you, you told me you were going to tell me about some kind of. Did you say it was a haunted house or some shit?
yeah, it's a house in the UK. It's meant to be like the most haunted house in all of England, and basically it's called the Cage, and it's a medieval prison that used to hold witches before their trial, and it's said to have held like Ursula Kemp, who was one of the most like notorious. Oh, she's an evil witch, you know. So it was used as a prison to hold witches before they were taken off to have their trial, and a lot of witches were obviously killed. So their last moments were in this house. So there's apparently a lot of like negative energy and a lot of like malicious intent is like felt in this house. And behind the house is actually a road called, oh, what was it? It's something ridiculous. It's kind of like the road in where we like the little village we used to go to school in. You know,
Oh, the one
it's just got a name that you're just like, oh, dead people.
Oh, Dead Man's Lane.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dead Man's Lane. So this road was connected to an asylum later in the years, and bodies would be like traveled down this road. So again, more malicious intent was in this house. Anyway, it was used as a prison up until like 1908. So for a long time, it was like people were held there before they were sent off to be hung or drawn or quartered, whichever they fancied. Choppity chops. And so it was sold. It's been on the property market for a long time, and then a lady in like the year 2000, quite a long time ago, she bought this house because when she was growing up, she lived in the village that it was in, and she'd always walk past it on the way to school, and she felt herself being drawn to it, and she was like, she just really had a strong connection to this house, and was like, oh, one day I'd love to live there. Anyway, she grew up and she was living up in Liverpool, but she travelled back down. The house is in Essex, by the way, so she travelled all the way back down from Liverpool to Essex, and it was on the market, and she was like, well, maybe it's fate, I'll buy it. So she went back to Liverpool. She had a house there. She gave her tenants notice because she wasn't actually living in the house. She was just, landlading. And she bought it. She was like, I'm just gonna buy it outright. And she said I was reading an article about it, and the first night she was there, she was like, all these strange things were occurring. So the way that the house is laid out, it's a lot of old bare bricks and very heavy doors because, people used to be kept there. Anyway, she moved into this house, had all this beautiful detail, and it seemed like the perfect home. The only bad thing was that she knew that the previous owner apparently committed suicide in the house. She didn't, she just thought, oh, it's a shame. But unfortunately, old houses, something bad is always going to happen in a house because it's a house. It's always going to be there. So she went to bed, and the first night that she slept there, she said that the door to her room swung open and there was a dark figure of someone standing in the doorway. And obviously she didn't know if she was just half asleep or what, but she just pushed it to the side of her mind, being like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's nothing important. And as time followed, all these little occurrences started like continuing. So she would have like things would switch on by themselves, for example, and she would be watching TV, and somebody would walk into the room and sit down on the chair next to her and start watching the TV as well. So she'd be like seeing apparitions of people. So she doesn't mind the man who sits in the chair and watches TV. He's fine. But she gets pregnant and has a small child, and then things start getting dangerous. She gets worried for her child's safety because she'd walk in to she'd come downstairs, and she said there's a very heavy door at the bottom of the stairs that you have to open. And she was like, I would go downstairs to do something, and like his Taurus the Tank Engine toy would suddenly switch on and start driving itself around my feet, and all sorts of strange things would start happening.
Don't start playing with kids' toys.
I know, it's why do kids' toys always have to be the creepy thing?
When you get kids' toys involved, you fuck it, count me out.
Why is it always toys? Like, why can't they possess a teapot? Oh no, Linda, I've made you some more tea. Would you like another cup?
a doll or something, or some
No.
sinister shit.
But she said the last straw was like when she was holding her infant son in her bedroom, and it was like midnight or witching hour or something, and suddenly the door on the latch on her bedroom started just violently shaking, and eventually it opened, and standing there was an apparition or a ghost of a person, but they were wearing modern clothing. So she was like, I'm pretty sure that's the previous owner that's died here. And she, after all the other ones, she was like, that's fine. But seeing like the guy who'd hung himself, who'd lived there, she was like, no, I can't stay here because my son's not safe. If he's trying to get into my bedroom, I don't know if he's a touchy friendly ghost or a not so touchy friendly ghost. You know, like Casper at the end of the film when he wants a little kiss. But you know, but basically she managed to put it on the market the end of last year, beginning of this year, and it sold like the beginning of this year. But they had to do like a whole like, you know, she moved out of the house basically while I was on sale because she was like, I can't live there, it's dangerous. My son's going to get eaten by ghosts or possessed, so that's not a good thing. So she moved out and was trying to sell it, but everyone was like, well, if it's that bad and if it's that haunted, then you're going to have to accept a lot less money for it. And she was like, well, I don't really want to lose loads of money, but I also don't want to live there, so I don't really know what to do. But eventually like an estate agent came along that like advertised it as the most haunted house in the UK and eventually sold it for,
I'm actually renting it in after that.
yeah, I think she got like 260,000 for it. It's not loads, but you know, enough to be like, well, I can break free of this house.
One thing I will say, and I don't care if this makes me sound like a fucking asshole, if I lived in a house and it was so haunted that I wanted to move out and I wanted to sell it, would I tell anyone it's haunted? Of course I fucking wouldn't.
But the thing is, the house has like, it's got like a plaque actually on it saying it's a medieval prison. People were held here before they died, and it even says the UK's most notorious witch, Ursula Kemp, was held here. And I'm just like, and you moved in there knowing that all of these, like, you know, historic placards are all over the place telling you it's a prison, people have died here, angry lady put here before she died. And you're still like, it's my dream home.
We're asking for it at that point.
I know. If anybody wants to go and see that, just type in The Cage, Essex. It looks like this cute, quaint little yellow cottage. It looks adorable. That's The Cage. While it was on sale, you could actually go and stay there overnight. You could do a 7-hour sleepover sort of thing. So yeah.
That. No, thank you.
Have a little sleepover in a ghost house.
Well, those were some interesting stories.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. To be honest, I could sit and chat about Halloween for hours. I honestly could. I could talk about spooky shit for hours. So, like I said, I want to natter about spooky stuff all the time. But we should probably play at least one game right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to play Pacify again? The Halloween edition.
All right. Okay.
Okay, twist my arm.
Okay. Are we doing shots every time we scream?
Well, so I was thinking every time there's a jump scare, we should do a shot.
Oh, we are doing shots. Okay.
I don't have any shot. Actually, I probably do.
I've got a large shot glass, so I might have to just do a half shot of it because it's like a little skull.
This is how much of a party animal I am. I imported my shot glasses from the UK, packed them up with me, brought them here. They're still in the box, and I've been here a year. That's how fucking mental I am. I haven't used a single shot glass, so I can't actually use a shot glass because they're not clean. So I think we might have to change it to you have to take a drink every time there's a jump scare, I think.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to sit like this, just permanently in my mouth.
As long as you're actually drinking, and to be fair, you're much closer to the screen doing that, so I don't know if that's entirely a good idea. That's a lot of drink.
Good. It's Halloween. Gotta be a lot of drink.
I know.
Right, I've got my game launch. Oh, wait. I was going to host a game, but it's given me 2 options, which is dolls or farm. But we want to do...
Oh, I thought there was the new one.
No, that's what I thought. I'm going to quit. Hang on. I'm going to quit.
That's terrifying.
I'm sure there was like an update. It says terrifying new update coming to Pacify. Oh, it's not going to be out till actual Halloween. Well, then in that case, should we just play Left 4 Dead, or do you want to play Pacify again anyway?
No, we can. Well, I don't mind. What do you want to do? Because
Let's play Left 4 Dead because we were going to play that today anyway. Let's play that, and then we'll just see what we feel like. If we don't want to play another game after that, we won't. If we do, we will.
all right, sounds good.
I'm gonna launch. I've never played Left 4 Dead. I don't even know the controls. I'm gonna be really shit at it.
I've not played it either. I just need to get.
In fact, I'm just gonna check I'm still even recording because I don't know whether.
Okay.
Report unusual behavior. Barricade your homes. Avoid all contact.
Why have we got an intro? This is supposed to be.
I don't understand what's happening.
We're such fucking grannies, man. Like, what's going on?
What's this? What's that? What are they doing?
Official instructions.
Oh. Oh.
Who the fuck do we think we are, trying to be young? Oh, is this a zombie game?
I don't know. Maybe.
For some reason, I thought Left 4 Dead was a game.
I think it's got a lot of jump scares though, because
one of you wasn't, and one of you had to count. I think I'm thinking about Dead by Daylight.
there a goddamn thing over them. Oh.
Such a long intro.
That was really long. I pushed escape and thankfully it's gone.
Oh, I'll do that too then.
I didn't get to pick who I am. How do I look like anymore?
Neither did I. Oh, I hope I'm a girl. I hate playing as boys.
I'm going to say, you're probably going to end up being the girl, because I always end up being the butch man when we get assigned roles.
Yeah, the game always just assumes our job.
Another intro.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
Help me! I'm stuck on the roof.
E.
E.
Can I hit Rochelle? Nah, she'll. Nah.
Oh, so this is fine. This is like a whacking game. Fabulous.
They've got guns. I feel like they think they're taking one look at us and thinking, "Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna exit this game." They have guns. We have crowbars. We're such.
I think I might go with the axe actually, because a gun will run out of ammo, but an axe.
Everyone actually take a gamble here because everyone else is stay together to survive. Well, fuck it, come with me then.
I am here. I'm here.
I was talking to Nick and Rochelle.
Oh, sorry.
Not team players.
Oh.
Right. Shit, there's some fucking zombies in here, guys. There's some fucking zombies.
Nick can die. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Shit, fuck me, they're everywhere. It's fine, I've got a crowbar. I'm gonna take them. Having a little cozy night in a hotel room, huh? No cheap 70s pornos for you.
I want this hotel room. Ooh, what's this?
Boy out here.
There's a lot of carnage going on out here. Oh my god, what is that? No! You've got a long neck and you've got acid inside you. Wait, what are they shooting? What are they shooting at?
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on,
What's
guys?
happening? I feel like Nick and Rochelle are just fucking off and taking all the action.
That's alright, that's fine. They can take the lead. Let's be honest, neither of us know what the fuck we are doing. So please,
Yeah. Some balls.
take the
Oh, you were nasty.
Thank you,
like
Nick. Thank you, Rochelle. Those are some team players if ever I did see any. Pipe bomb? No, I can't be trusted with that.
Pistol? What's this? What are you? You look exciting.
I got a gun. Now I see why Americans love this shit. It feels so powerful.
I like my axe. Come here, little bitch.
No, seriously, you should try the gun. Like, it's really fun.
Alright, I'll go get a gun.
Hunter has pinned Rochelle. Oh no.
Got a gun.
Rochelle's fine.
Oh no, I made a mistake.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm always gonna have you, but I'm always gonna be there for you.
Oh, there's a lot in there.
Ah! You see the?
Pistols have unlimited ammo. Oh, a big bottle of bleach.
Ah! Fuck me! Oh my god! Harriet, you're gonna need to get your ass out here, okay?
I'm here.
Okay.
It's so rude. I'm right next to you.
Okay, I felt like I was on my own there for a sec.
Reloading.
They run so fast, and they have.
I know. Aim for the head. It's fun.
Pumping fast.
Jesus Christ, that one bounced around.
Oh, Rochelle saved me. Oh, Rochelle, kiss.
Rochelle's a good egg. She's a good egg. She pulled me off when I made a boo-boo and nearly fell off the balcony because I wanted to look at the view. She pulled me back up.
Such a good egg.
Where should we go? Should we head further down the corridor?
Wait, am I going the wrong way? I thought we just came from. I thought we
Oh, crumbs!
What? What?
The elevator's out. Rochelle, get out of there!
Oh, what the fuck?
Acid! Acid! Oh, it's gone now.
Okay.
Something must have vomited on us. That did. That thing with its long gangly legs. Did you see it?
No. No.
You will. It's a long boy.
Ah!
Taking him out. One hit wonder. Bang. Bam. Oh, you can open this. I can open the door, but there's a... This is a fucking pile of wank. There's nothing in here. Nick saved me! Nick.
Aww.
Nick's a lovely man. I think I like you. I think I like you a lot.
Stop being such a perv, right?
Hey, you've got Rochelle. All's fair in love and war. I think we've got to go down there where all the windows are open, so I expect people are going to start.
You're all right, Harriet.
I think so. I got a little bit excessive and got vomited on. Something sicked on me.
Oh.
Ah! Jesus! They're coming from the fire. Oh, Rochelle, she's such an angel.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl.
Right, let's go round all the big bodies, shall we? And we'll just make sure there's no one in this room. Is there anything good in here? Just fire. That's just good. Fire. Would you like this? Oh, someone took the adrenaline. There's pills. Take pills.
I'm okay. I've got 19% health. You need it more than I do.
How do I actually take things? Oh, that's how. Okay. Yummy. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I can hear them, but I don't see them. I guess. Oh no, that's big. It's been sick.
Oh, a boomer vomited on me. You.
Oh God. Where is it? Where is it? I can't see anything.
Apparently, I'm attracting a horde.
Oh my.
Here they are.
Oh God. No. I killed a spitter. Oh shit.
With the acid.
Acid. I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. There's nothing here. What the? Jesus Christ! They've just set themselves on fire down there. Bugger off! Bugger off and die! Oh, that one's just being sick. No, no tonguing. E. Oh.
Heal yourself with the first aid. Shit, we're both like.
I'm being rubbed down by Nick. He's healing all my wounds.
We are on death's door. I'm healing myself right now.
You're a lovely man. No! Stop it! Stop it!
Right, I'm not being funny, but I literally healed. My life was on 14%. I healed myself, and I was then on like 90. It's too easy.
I know.
Well, I mean, now I really am on death's door. Like, I am fucked. But that's not the point.
Oh, there's a window out
That's
there.
healing me.
Lovely.
But there's really no. I don't even really need to try. Now I'm at 81.
Oh, that's because Rochelle's over there giving you a little blowy. I think I need Rochelle or someone to come over and give me a little rub down though, because I'm not feeling very well. Nick, could you possibly provide some assistance?
You're such a whore.
No, I'm not. I'm just enjoying myself.
I'm being fucked sideways, left, right, centre, everywhere right now.
I don't want to go into the fire because then I will probably die.
Somehow my health is at 75. Don't get me wrong. Like
One of you needs to fix me. You get to work.
No,
You
I-
stand there and look pretty.
But
Oh, there's a big thing. There's a big thing. There's a big thing. There's a big thing.
whoa, whoa! All right, steady on, boys. Steady on, boys.
Nick, Rochelle, assist me. Yes.
I'm reviving Rochelle.
Someone's reviving. Nick's reviving me. Yeah. I need first aid.
No, you don't.
How do I first aid needed? I made a mistake. I've been left alone. Where did you all go?
Don't worry, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I need.
First aid needed. Nick's knockdown means death. Nick killed Boomer. Oh, well done, Nick. Good boy. Well done. Oh, Rochelle's dead. She's gone. She's
Yeah.
gone. She is long gone.
Oh no.
He is fucked. Every single way possible.
But now I'm dead. Fuck. Ah dear. I think you might be alone.
Oh. No, Nick's alright. I mean, you've
Oh no. I think you're dead now.
been overwhelmed.
Well, was that what was meant to happen? Should we have a drink? Because we didn't get jump scared, but we did die, so it's almost like getting jump scared.
Yeah. Have you seen the film Hocus Pocus?
Yes, yes,
Obviously, classic, right? It's a classic.
yes.
Apparently, they are well. No, I'm not going to say they're working on because I don't think anything's been confirmed. But they're thinking about doing a Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, I heard that. I did hear that, which I don't hate that idea as much, although I don't know how it will work, because are they going to recast it, or is it going to be the same?
It's difficult because I would love to see a Hocus Pocus. As soon as I heard about it, to be fair, I was really excited. But if they use the original cast.
Yeah, I'd love to see like the original cast, like them come back. But the problem is, if they do that, then they'll probably be like, "Oh, we'll have to CGI you to make you look young."
I mean, the whole idea of the witches is that they look the same, whether
Yeah.
it's 1600s or the 1990s. But I think they could write something in to make that make sense.
I mean, Sarah
Playing witches that haven't sucked a kid's soul for a long time, and so
yeah,
they've already sowed the seed for, you know, them turning into.
I would like to see, but they couldn't have Binks. Binks wouldn't be able to come back because he already passed on to.
True.
Have you seen that they have remade the witches, the Roald Dahl's witches?
Well, you know, so the second book, I haven't read the second book, the Hocus Pocus, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically like Hocus Pocus, the second book. But it's like, it's quite interesting. It's about, so you know the couple, like the teenage couple that like battled the witches. There's the boy and his little sister. And then
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then there's the girl as well.
So the second book is based on the assumption that those two are married and they have a daughter, and their daughter is like really like, she doesn't believe in witches despite the fact that her parents have experienced witches. She's very skeptical, but she has a crush on this girl, and the other girl is like really into witches and ends up finding her way to this house. And so that's how the daughter gets involved, because she follows her crush. So it's interesting because it follows the storyline in a way that makes sense, and also a little bit of LGBT support there.
I know, that is quite forward thinking, considering that is quite a forward thinking plot for a second story. Yeah, I think that would make quite a good film if they were to do it that way.
I do like to like around Halloween, I love watching like stuff that's going to get me in the mood.
Yeah.
And I can't really watch any horror films because my other half doesn't like horror films, gets a bit scared. So I tend to just watch Halloween specials of like South Park, you know, like normal, like Modern Family or whatever. I'll just find a Halloween special of that and watch it.
You could watch Nightmare Before Christmas. That's not, although I would always watch that sort of between Halloween and Christmas, because it's kind of like a combination of both like festivities. It celebrates both of them.
Also, I have been, so since we spoke last weekend when we were talking about, you know, doing a Halloween special and talking about spooky stuff, I've deliberately avoided reading about it. Did you say his name was Robert the Doll?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows about, I don't know how, yeah, everybody knows about Annabelle, but Robert the Doll is like pretty famous actually. He's like, so I think he's currently housed in the he's in a museum in Florida actually. He's like 111 years old. He's an ancient little thing. And essentially the story goes that so there was a couple and they had a son called Robert Eugene Otto, and he was a really quiet little boy, like very like
Reserved?
yeah, very reserved. He spent a lot of time by himself, and so his grandfather, I can't remember if his grandfather or his aunt, but basically they went to Germany, and on a trip they came back with a doll, so a little boy doll in a white sailor outfit, and Robert, he went by, because his middle name was Eugene, he would go by Gene, so he named the doll Robert, so it was Robert the Doll. And they were inseparable. They did everything together. They were like best friends. It's quite sweet when the story starts, because you know, think of this little boy who's not very good at making friends himself, and he gets gifted a doll and he really connects with it and bonds with it. He brings it to dinner and it has a place set at the table so it can eat dinner with them, and I think he's homeschooled as well, so they go to they go to lessons together. It's quite sweet when it all starts off. But I think it was Robert's mum, so living Robert, Jean, we'll just call him Jean. So Jean's mum started noticing that Robert was being blamed. Jean would blame Robert for doing things, like, so she would come into a room and a vase had been smashed on the floor, and Jean would say, I didn't do it, Robert did it. And she'd be like, don't be ridiculous, Jean. Robert's a doll. Robert can't do anything like that. You're fibbing. Don't fib. And he'd be like, no, Robert did it. It wasn't me. I didn't do this. He did it. He did. He does lots of naughty things when you're not looking. He does lots of naughty things, but I have to tidy them up. So the little boy tells his mum about Robert doing these naughty things, and the mum's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you've obviously reached a naughty stage, and your imaginary friend, who is this doll, is being blamed. You're just trying to pass it off so I don't punish you as much. But as time passed, his mum was like, you're doing so many naughty things. You keep blaming Robert, so I'm going to take Robert away. I will put him in the attic and you'll never see him again. And Jean's like, no, don't do that, because Robert's told me if you take him away and put him in the attic, he'll do bad things to you. He'll hurt you. And she's like,
if I had said that, I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah. So she brushes it off, thinking, oh my god, my reserved little boy is just turning into he's being really naughty. I won't take him away unless he does something again. So you just make sure you don't do anything naughty, and then Robert won't go anywhere. So time passes, nothing happens, and then I think he breaks something, or something gets broken, and she's sort of like, that's the last straw, Jean, that's it. I told you if you were naughty again, Robert would be taken away. So she takes Robert and she puts him in a trunk in the attic, and he's like, Jean's crying, he's pulling his eyes out, he's like, he's gonna hurt us, he's gonna hurt you, mummy, if you take him away, he's gonna hurt you. And he's like, don't be ridiculous, he's a doll, he's not going to do anything. But that night she starts hearing like little footsteps running around the house, and she's like, oh fuck's sake, Jean, what are you doing? You've got up, you're out of bed, you're not supposed to be. So she goes to his room and he's fast asleep, and she's like, well, where are these little footsteps coming from? Because I can hear something running around the house. And she can't work out where it's coming from. So she tells her husband, and he's like, oh, don't be ridiculous, you're just being crazy. And they go back to bed. They both go to bed and wake up in the morning. She's like, Jean, were you up last night? What were you doing? And he was like, I didn't get up. It wasn't me. It must have been Robert. Robert must have been up. And she was like, well, it can't be, because he must be up in the attic. And he was like, no, I saw him last night. He got out of the box that you locked him in, and he was standing by my bedroom door. And she's like, oh great, fantastic. Now I've got a possible possessed child, because there's no way this doll's alive. And she goes up to the attic, she checks that he's in there, and he's in the box. It's all fine, and everything calms down for a little bit. Robert stays in the attic. Jean behaves himself, and eventually she's like, okay, you've been very good. No, actually, I think he just stays in the box. I think he just stays in the box. And Jean grows up. He becomes a very well level-headed man. He travels off. He comes home, and he brings home a beautiful wife. And
that's obviously she's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was important back in those days. It was 111 years ago. So he comes home with this lovely young wife, and his mother's like so ecstatic and so pleased, and she's like, oh, I'm so pleased you're home. It's so lovely you're here. Everything goes back to normal, and then one day she finds her son Jean. He's gone up to the attic, and he's like got Robert out, and he's sitting with Robert, and he's kind of like suddenly regressed to being a child again. Like, he's just talking to Robert, like, they're talking to one another, but there's nothing coming out of Robert's mouth. It's just Jean talking to him and hearing words. and his mum watches and goes to, I'm getting really old now. Robert the doll is, you know, he's bad. He hasn't always been in that box. When Jean wasn't here, he's managed to get himself out of the box, and I'll find things around the house like knives that have moved, and you know, things have been pushed over, and I'll find him sitting in places, but I put him back in the box and he always gets back out again. So you need to be careful, because now that Jean is home, Robert doesn't want me here, he wants Jean. So she unfortunately passes away, and you know, Jean's wife is like, well, I don't really want my husband talking to this doll.
Yeah.
I don't really want my husband spending all this time with this doll. I'm here. I've got the bod. I'm important.
Yeah, she has everything he needs.
Exactly. She tries to separate them, and Jean's like, you shouldn't do that. Robert's going to get angry with you. And she's like, I don't care. And she tries to set Robert, she takes Robert outside and sets him on fire. She thinks he burns, but he doesn't. He just doesn't burn. And no, and I think eventually, I can't remember what happened to Jean and his wife, but I think eventually he goes back into the attic, Robert goes back into the attic, back into his box, and is found by someone who moves into the home, who finds out about the story, who then donate him to the museum that he's now housed in. But yeah, if you go and look at him, he's in a glass cabinet. You have to ask him for permission to take his picture, and you have to be very polite to him. Otherwise, apparently he's caused like car crashes and accidents, and he's caused like people to generally like get really badly injured and maimed and things like that. And he'll only stop, he curses people apparently. You have to write him an apology letter.
So he's in a glass box?
Yeah.
Does he wear a sailor suit?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, look, that's Robert the doll. He's got like, basically, he's like no nose almost, and he's got a little white sailor suit on, and he just sits in a chair in this museum in a glass box, and people go and see him, but if you want to take a picture, you have to ask for Robert's permission.
So that much I knew. I didn't know anything about like where he came from or the origin. Well, I didn't even know who he was. But as I'm talking about it, so I watched a video, I think it's like a BuzzFeed video, and they went to this museum to go and see Robert the doll. So I can like picture him in my head, like in his little suit behind a glass thing.
There's been films made about him. I think Annabelle was loosely based on him as well, like the whole possessed doll sort of thing. I think there is an Annabelle doll, but I think he also inspired it as well, because extra creepy.
Yeah, when dolls are involved. But I remember as part of the video, they were saying about how, I think it is Robert the doll, I think it's this one, that they were like having a quick chat with the museum owner or the museum worker or something, and this guy who worked there was saying that they received loads of letters from people, because people that came to the museum, they would like be disrespectful to the doll. I don't really know how you can be disrespectful to, I guess maybe like say something.
Like not asking for his permission to take a picture or saying a snide comment. Apparently it's a big no-no around Robert.
Yeah, so this guy who works at the museum said that some people who visited that were disrespectful, however they were disrespectful, they later sent in letters asking for Robert's forgiveness.
Yeah, they send like gifts as well. Not that he can enjoy it, but like they'll send like, somehow someone somewhere found out that he has a sweet tooth, so obviously they send him sweets. So people like send him sweeties to keep him on their good side and keep the curses at bay. But yeah, that's Robert the doll. If you ever want to go to, I can't remember the museum he's in. I know it's in Florida, because I remember reading that they basically once a year, the lady who owns the museum has to take him out of the box and check him over to make sure that the humidity of like Florida hasn't affected him, because he's full of straw, and straw can rot. But yeah,
it's crazy.
I know. The fact that I found out about him by listening to Lore, which is a podcast all about like real life. It's creepy because it's based on real stories, so it shows you how like the dark side of humanity.
I love that sort of shit.
So it's all like about, it goes into the Irish story of changelings. It goes into the lady who liked to bathe in blood of young women.
Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah, because
I
all
was
the
fascinated by it. I don't know why. When I was like 17, I
Yeah.
was proper fascinated with Elizabeth Bathory.
yes,
Really weird.
everybody wanted to be like super glam. So like, well, if that's all I need to do, maybe that's not so bad. Milk bath, blood bath. What's the difference? It's all the same. Saying you can go and if you ever go to Florida, you can check him out and have a visit. But just remember, ask permission before taking pictures, or take him some sweeties.
Otherwise, he will set curse.
Otherwise, it'll fuck your life up.
I was thinking as well about like Halloween is one of my favourite holidays. I do like I'm talking like an American now. I've been living here so long. One of my favourite celebrations. I can't even remember what British people call it now. But time of year, I guess.
Time of year, yeah.
I do love Christmas, but Halloween is right up there. It's equal. And I was thinking about like when I was a kid, because that's when Halloween is most magical, isn't it? Where you've got like the costumes and stuff. And I was looking through some old photos and I realised I never ever dressed scary for Halloween. Ever. Like, there was one year where I dressed up as a Smurf. There was another year where I dressed as Snow White. That I saw pictures of one year where I didn't even have a costume. I just wore a poncho and a sombrero.
Sorry.
And so, like,
Poncho, sombrero.
the kids in my family, we always have like Halloween parties. So there's fucking Dracula, a witch, Frankenstein, and a Smurf.
But even now, you carry on the tradition because you're not scary.
I never dress as anything scary. Although when we have a chat with the girls later, I've got a change of costume that isn't quite scary, but it is a little bit more on the scarier side than I'm used to.
Mine's not so much scary, but it should be good. Hopefully, if I can get it to come together in time.
Well, there we go. That's the Halloween special. It feels so weird. I thought it would feel really weird doing anything like on webcam, like recording it, but because we talk on webcam so much anyway, it doesn't even feel like we're even...
No, I know. It's just like we're having a chat, really. We're just catching up. But it's just Halloween-themed catch-up.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to end it here. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think of the Halloween special. If you liked it, maybe we'll do a Christmas one. Who knows? But yeah, stick around for part 2. It should be around later on this evening. I mean, like I said, Harriet and I are in the past right now. So
Yes.
by the time this comes up, part 2 should be up on the same day. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I don't know, like it. I don't fucking subscribe. I don't know, do what you want.
Stay for part 2! Stay!
Yeah. Have a wonderful Halloween, guys. Bye-bye.